What's up, Cancer? How are you guys doing? It is bonus time. Time for your July 2025 bonus reading. Y'all having a happy birthday? Man, Cancer season. I'm going to tell you what. Well, I mean, shit. We got Mercury pre-shadow happening right now. But it's my wedding anniversary tomorrow. Always an exciting season, you know, the beginning of a new cycle. I love it. Anywho, though, let's see what's going on with your bonus reading. So what I'm looking for in bonus readings is details, situations, or scenarios that did not make it into the main monthly reading. For those of you in need of a personal reading, you can find all the information on how to go about doing that in the description of this video. Remember, I'm now doing general personal readings. So if you need a reading but you don't really know what to ask, I got you. No longer a problem. All you got to do is pick the topic you want read and let me do the rest. Everything else I have to offer is in the description of the video as well, but that's my newest thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell the rest of the signs this, but we got a surprise for you. The weekly live readings are now officially going back to the old school price of $22.22. Yeah, we're taking it back to the old school days, man. So, all right, that's all the babbling I have to do. Okay, let's jump into this. I want to start these bonuses off with the current long-term relationship. So if you are not currently in a long-term relationship, this is not for you. If you are in a long-term relationship, but the two of you are not experiencing any problems, this is not for you. Let's see what's happening. I'm guessing doesn't look like YouTube's wanting to notify people tonight, huh? Usually they wait until after my third live stream. This is my third live stream. Oh well. Let's see what's happening between Cancer and the current long-term partner in July. Universe, what's happening? What's happening, man? Ooh, 8 of Cups reversed. Now, some of you are reconciling with this person after having already parted ways. I know it's not all of you, but I feel like there's a decent little handful of you who have already been on and off with this person. Either way, though, something you're not walking away from. Page of Wands. 10 of Cups. Definitely trying to keep this going. But then the Tower card and the 7 of Cups, though. Man, I'm going to tell you what this has on and off written all fucking over it. I'm trying not to be too specific here, but this got on and off written all over it, dude. Okay, so the first spread is just the general overview. So I'm going to say somebody suspects that there's some nonsensical fuckery going on here. There's some trust issues here, right? Somebody, I think, is preparing to end things because, I mean, it just looks like there's too much immaturity going on here, man. Too much immaturity. I'm not seeing anything indicating a love connection here. I only got 2 cup cards on the whole damn table. 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups reversed. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Good Christ, man. Some of y'all dealing with a Capricorn. Could be a fellow Cancer for some of you. I'm afraid to say too much because the first spread is just the general overview, right? So I don't want to say too much, but this does look like a mess. I don't want to say too much because there is the possibility that you could just be totally fucking tripping. And that's usually not the case, but it is possible. It does come out like that sometimes. And if you are just tripping, I'm not going to dig all into this energy that you're just making up in your head, you know? So I want to go ahead and skip forward and look at this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. Let me do that first, all right? Current long-term partner Cancer's dealing with. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Let's see. Current long-term partner. What are their feelings? What are their intentions? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? Two more shuffles. Two more. There's a 1 and 2. Boom. Moon reversed. 9 of Wands reversed. 2 of Cups. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't even know where to start here, dude. First of all, let's just start here, I guess. 9 of Wands in the reverse. So they are trying to let their guard down. They do want you to let your guard down. They want the tension to go away, you know? And don't get it twisted. They do feel guilty when it comes to the things that they've done wrong. They see the error of their ways. They feel bad for it deep, deep down inside. But at the same time, I'm not really 100% convinced that they're ready to put their ego aside and be honest and vulnerable about that. It kind of seems like they're just still really defensive, stuck in defense mode, you know? When it all comes down to it, I think they just kind of feel like this connection has reached its expiration date. Karmic wheel in the upright, Lover's card reversed. But at the same time, they do want to commit to this and they don't want to separate. So you see the psychological and emotional conundrum they find themselves in. I'm not making excuses for them, I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying? So they're having a mental tug of war, basically, you know. 10 of Cups in the reverse. When it all comes down to it, push comes to shove and the nitty gets gritty, they don't really have a whole lot of faith that this is going to be anything successful. They're pretty much expecting things to come crashing down. They would just really rather them not, so they're going to try everything they can to prevent that from happening. But then at the same time, it's like, oh man, this is just draining me just trying to read this person's energy. Probably drains you trying to deal with their energy, don't it? Jesus Christ, Batman. Some of you dealing with a Pisces also have Gemini and Leo here. Got Taurus there too. All right, whatever. Let's get the advice on this, man. Let's go straight to the fucking advice. That's the most important part about this reading. What's the advice? Advice for Cancer and a current long-term partner. What's the advice? Whoops. Ooh, 5 of Swords reversed. For those of you who are asking yourself, should I continue to fight for this? You never should have had to fight for it to begin with. I don't know why that phrase is so common in the dating world and in regards to relationships and marriages and whatnot. That's a very common phrase. Fight for this. Fight for it? Fight for it. You should never have to fight to keep someone in your life. There is a big fucking difference between working towards something and fighting for something. There are things in life worth fighting for. I'm not saying there's not. Oh, 100%. There are all kinds of things in life worth fighting for. But when it comes to the person you're building a life with, you shouldn't have to fight for that. So, I don't know who needed to hear that. Don't allow yourself to lose no fucking sleep over this, neither. Easier said than done. Just saying what the cards say. Don't overextend yourself. There needs to be equal give and take. After a certain point, now, obviously, throughout the duration of time, things are gonna flip-flop, you know? It's not 100% 50-50 all the time in every single moment. But in retrospect, it should be 50-50. In retrospect. So when we take a look back at the last year, 2 years, yeah, there will be some times where I gave 80, you gave 20. Then there were other times where you gave 80 and I gave 20. Sometimes I'm not in the right place. Sometimes you're not in the right place. But retroactively, it should be 50-50. If you take a look back at the last year or 2 years, and you've been giving 80 the whole fucking time, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Abso-fucking-lutely not. So, I'm gonna just put it to you like this. The next time this comes crashing down, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. So, learn where to draw the line. That's all I'm going to say. Draw the line somewhere. Somewhere. We've all known that person that has no idea where to draw the line. And then that's when you get these people who have been on and off for fucking years. Right? And it's sad to watch. It's one of the most heartbreaking, frustrating things to watch from the outside looking in. Is somebody, especially if it's somebody you care for, you know, like a friend or family member or something, and you see them just, they keep letting the same person come back into their life and do the same fucking thing to them, right? And then they finally end it, and you think, finally, you've popped your head out of your ass. Nope, they let them come back again. Thinking things are just gonna magically be different this time. And it ain't. They do the same thing they did last time. And then by this point, the person gets comfortable. They become comfortable being able to waltz in and out of your life as they please, you know, knowing that there's not going to be any real consequences. Not for real, for real. If you leave, I know how to get you back. I know how long to wait. And then what to say and what to do and what pity party to throw. And I know how to tell you what you want to hear. I know every little fucking emotional button you got. So I ain't changing shit. Why would I go through all this hard fucking work of changing me when I can just easily manipulate you? Why would I do that? Y'all be careful out there, okay? All right, now I want to see what's going on with the new person. New person. Person Cancer just recently connected with. Let's see how the energies are looking. How's them energies looking between Cancer and the new person? 10 of Wands reversed, okay. That's an interesting first card to jump out. Let's get 3 shuffles. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Boom. Two of Cups. Page of Swords. Queen of Cups reversed. Oh, Five of Swords. I don't like that. Okay. The ten of Wands reversed is kind of throwing me off just a little bit. Because the Six of Cups is in the upright here. So it's almost like I think this person does have a little bit of baggage. I think so. That you may not know about it. They may got a little bit of baggage that you don't know about. So I think they may. I don't know that Devil card. I was about to say Devil card, Five of Swords. I don't know. I don't know if I trust this person yet, dude. I don't know. I'm trying to throw some energy on the table that'll give this person the benefit of the doubt. But Devil card, Five of Swords, Five of Cups. They're not being 100% genuine, open, upfront, and honest right now about what they got going on in their life and their past. They're not. They're not. So with that Queen of Cups reversed, you may feel that there's something extra going on. You just can't figure out what it is. I think it's their past. Like, for example, maybe they got a baby mama, baby daddy that you don't know nothing about. Every now and then, this isn't the most common thing in the world, but from time to time, I will have somebody come to me for a reading and they tell me that they were in a relationship with somebody for a year who had kids and they didn't even know it. I was with them for a year and then come to find out they got kids. And they didn't even tell me. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, that's a blow to the ego right there, man. To find out that somebody's been bullshitting you, you know, that fucking long and you trusted them that long. Ooh, that's a gut punch, dude, you know? But, you know, I'm not saying it's necessarily that fucking extreme. But there's something going on in there, you know, that they're not quite being 100% real about. Like maybe another one that I hear every now and then is, and I don't even really think this is that big of a deal. I guess if they're not honest about it, then it's a big deal. But finding out somebody's still legally married on paper to somebody, you know, I don't see that as a big deal as long as you're honest about it. You know, you shouldn't hide it. You shouldn't lie about it. But I don't see that as a big thing. But still, you know, you should be open about your past. You should be honest and upfront about your past, about what's going on, about the fucking paper trail you got behind you, you know? I just don't think this person is being all the way honest about their life and about their past. That's all I can really say about that. All right. Well, let's see how it plays out for the next 60 days from July to September. How are things looking from July to September? Will things take a turn for the best, take a turn for the worst, or just plateau and spin in circles? Let's see. Next 60 days. Knight of Wands reversed. Hangman reversed. Oh, but the Lover's card though. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Don't. Oh no. Okay. So we all know how inconsistent the Knight of Wands is. All right. The Knight of Wands reversed takes inconsistent to the next level. All right. But if you're not careful energetically, it can turn into a push-pull dynamic where the more they start to pull, the stronger the connection starts to feel. Because on a deep, deep level, you feel them pulling away, and at a really deep level, you're trying to cling. And that's what turns into push-pull, you know? So that's kind of what I'm fearing is happening here. That's what I'm fearing is happening here. Because I'm honestly thinking that this person, they got something going on with their past. And they're becoming more energetically distant, more inconsistent. But then the connection's getting stronger. You know? I don't need to explain further. You know what I mean, right? Time for the advice. Did I drop a card? I thought I dropped a card. All right, advice time. Advice, advice. What is the best advice? Do 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 do. Page of Swords. Six of Wands, Queen of Swords reverse. There's that Knight of Wands again, and the Eight of Cups. That's one weird-ass Eight of Cups card. The Eight of Cups is the card of walking away, but in this particular deck, it looks like this dude with mermaid flipper feet is swim walking away. You get the point. After a certain point, let me ask you this. How long after you connect with somebody should it take for the confusion and the doubt to subside? How long should that take? When you first connect with somebody, something feels off. Something's a little confusing. They're sending you mixed signals. How long should that continue on like that? How long should it take before we start connecting at a deeper level? I start becoming more aware of what your true intentions are. My insecurities start to subside. How long should that take? Well, let's be realistic. When a relationship starts off on that note, it never goes away, does it? It don't ever go away. Let's be practical and let's say it's possible. I've never seen it. I mean, hey, you can let me know if you have, but I've never seen it. When a relationship starts off on that note, where there's confusion, insecurities, mixed signals, hot and cold, on and off, in and out. Have you ever seen it go from that to healthy and successful? Have you ever seen a relationship go from a person being insecure, scared, and confused to totally relaxed and at peace? Have you ever seen that? I'm open to it if you have. I haven't. I ain't never seen that. Never in the history of ever, never have I ever seen a person enter into a relationship confused, insecure, scared, and then all of a sudden find themselves at peace and they've gained clarity on what the person's intentions. I've never seen that. But let's say that it is possible. How long should that process take? This is an open-ended question. I'm not being rhetorical. I know sometimes I can be rhetorical and I can like allude to something. I'm not doing that. This is seriously something for you to just think about. How long should that take? Draw the line somewhere. Somewhere. Not going to tell you where. You come to that conclusion yourself. Set some sort of time frame, like a month. Today is July 8th, 2025, that this is being live streamed. Let's say that you choose 1 month. So August 8th, set a little reminder on your phone. When August 8th rolls around, ask yourself, am I still confused? Am I still uncertain? Am I still losing sleep? Do I know exactly where I stand with this person? Am I 100% confident that I know where this relationship is going? If not, deuces. But do the best that you can to try to gain clarity between now and then. Have that conversation, express your concerns, let them know that you're concerned, what you're concerned about, and most importantly, what could be done to alleviate the concerns. And if there's no progress made between now and whatever time frame you pick, deuces. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. All right, shifting gears now. Past person. Let's see what else we can tell Cancer about the person from the past. Any details I missed? Anything else important you need to hear? Anything else Cancer needs to hear, needs to know about the person from the past? Boo, boo, be doo, boo, boom, boo, be doo, be doo, boom, boom. Are you surprised to see this dude come out? Okay, bunch of random miscellaneous mixed messages here. I don't really know how easily I'm going to be able to narrow this all down to one point, but I'm just going to throw them at you. Okay, take what resonates, chuck what don't. For those of you wondering whether or not this person has changed, no, they have not. For those of you wondering whether or not this person is still mad at you, they still have their guard up. For those of you wondering whether or not this person regrets what they did, they don't even believe they did anything wrong. That doesn't mean they didn't do anything wrong. But even if they did something dead fucking wrong, they believe that they're justified. But for those of you wondering whether or not this person wants to get back with you, they want you to try to get back with them. But not so y'all can get back together, because it would make them feel better about themselves. To be able to reject you would blow their ego up. To feel desired by somebody that you're not interested in. That is something that most insecure people fantasize about. Most really insecure, empty, broken, fucked up people get off on the idea of having people chase after them that they don't want. You know? I think that just about covers it, don't it? For those of you wondering whether or not this person is losing sleep over this, no. No, they're not. But there is a karmic tie here. And they feel the karmic tie. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. All right, well, was that their feelings, energies, and intentions? Or was that just the first spread? Let's look at their feelings, energies, and intentions. If I already did that spread, then this is just a clarification spread. I don't even remember what I did. Don't even remember. When I read, I just crack myself open and the shit just flows. I don't even be thinking about what I'm about to say. 90% of it. 10% of it I think about, but the most of it, it just fucking flows. And if I'm not paying attention to what's coming out of my mouth, I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. I just open up and it flows through. So let's look at this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. How do they feel about you at the deepest level? All right, there we go. King of Cups reversed again. Five of Pentacles, though, so they're definitely still playing the victim, 100%. 100%. Like I said, even if they did do something completely dead wrong, like say they cheated on you, for example, well, they're playing the victim. Like in their mind, it's like you made me cheat on you. You know, if your name comes up in conversation and whatever they did gets brought up, the first thing they do is flip it to them being the victim, you know? So they're still very, very caught in that victim mentality. But, hey, let's play devil's advocate for just a second. Let's say they are the victim. Let's just say. Let's pretend for a second. Let's say you're the one that fucked all of this up. Well, that doesn't matter because clinging to that victim mentality, that ain't gonna do no good. Even if, speaking of devil's advocate, I love it when that happens, dude. So let's paint the scenario out. Let's say that you're the one that fucked it all up. Hey, we're all humans, man. We've all fucked shit up. Let's say you cheated or something like that. And you're having a come to Jesus moment. You know? When you're like, damn, dude, I can't believe I did that shit. I'm a fucked up human being. I really want to change my ways. You know, I want another chance to do this right. And you do. You really do. You get in there and you really start making changes. You start changing the way you look at things, changing the way you feel about things. You start walking that fucking line, dude. Behind their back, right? You start walking the line when nobody's watching. That's making a real change as a human being. But they stay stuck in that victim mentality. Guess what? You will make a vibrational change and they won't. They're still stuck down on that low frequency that attracted you, the old version of you. That's the part that people fail to understand. The primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. Even if you were the antagonist, their vibration still attracted you in. And that's the part a lot of people don't want to look at. So even if the person who did wrong changes vibrationally, but the other person doesn't, it still won't work. Chew on that for a little bit. Anywho, though, yeah, they're still very, very stuck in that victim mentality. Honestly, there's not really a whole lot here that didn't come through the last spread. Not really. It's basically the exact same energy. So let's just get the advice. Advice, advice, what is the best advice? What's the advice for the Cancerian family? Advice, advice, what is the best advice? What's the advice? I had to do it, man. I had to do it. 1, 2, and 3. Star card. Okay, well, first of all, understand that you are the one with the upper hand here. You know that, right? You are the one with the upper hand. And their worst fear is you realizing that. So, this one's a tricky one. I think another thing that would really play a big role in the advice here is how long you've been separated. So for those, because I feel like the majority of you that resonate with this message are dealing with something that ended kind of recently, like less than 6 months. If that's the case, let some more time pass. Let some more time. Let this motherfucking person know you ain't playing no games. You know what I like to do? It doesn't matter who it is. Ex, friend, lover, family. Just to let you know I mean business, I'm gonna go 1 fucking year. You will not hear from me for at least 1 year. At least. Oh, minimum. And that's being real generous too. Just so you know, I ain't fucking playing. And then if I decide to reconnect with you, that the idea will be known. It'll be in the air that, hey, I went a year. I can go a fucking another one. Don't play with me. If you try to fucking play with me, I'll make it go another year. I got no problem with that. I'll go 5 fucking years. I won't talk to you again for the rest of my life if I have to. That boundary, because if somebody thinks that they can push and test your boundaries, they're going to play with it. They're going to play with that. So you do not feed into what they're trying to get you to do, period. You know? And King of Cups reverse has come out in every single spread that I've pulled for the past person here. That is the emotional manipulator. A person can't manipulate you emotionally if they don't know how you feel. Simple. So, careful with this, man. Now, for those of you dealing with something that ended a while back, I'd stay the hell away from this person. Because if they're still in this sick fucking mentality after a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, I'd stay the hell away from that. I'd stay the fuck away from that. That's some sick shit. That's some toxic shit, dude. For real. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Cancerian family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.